Hi Scorpio, let's get started. I'm just going to tilt you a bit so you can see what cards I'm getting for you. We got Practice as your life purpose from the Life Purpose Angel deck. And then we got from the Dark Mirror deck, the Dark Mirror. We got Peaceful Among Thorns 26. Ooh, I love that. That's your shadow card? You're doing pretty good, Scorpio. Okay, and then a Lemurian card. Beyond the Mind. That's so funny. Your sister's sign, Pisces, just got that as well. Okay. Maybe you have Pisces in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with the Pisces. Maybe you should go check out the Pisces video. Go check it out. But those are your oracle cards. Now we're going to read actual tarot for you and a noun, a person, place, or thing. If you can't think of anything, don't force it. Just have fun with it. Apply it to yourself, you know. Let this be a self-reflection reading. But I'm going to read it with how it comes out, okay? So we're going to need 3 cards for you, Scorpio. Nim says hi. 3 cards for Scorpio for their highest good. To bring clarity, healing, balance. Okay. We got the Tower, Strength, and the Empress. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Talk about once being the underdog and now being like this. Being this. Like so revolutionary. Okay, now your noun, person, place, or thing. We're going to dive deeper into this. But you know what? Before we get into your noun, let's just start with you, because let's look at these cards here, Scorpio. And it's no wonder that you got Peaceful Among Thorns, because it's like, wow. No matter how painful life tries to nudge you, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, not physically, because I feel like no one can touch you. No one can touch you. You're too scary. You're like this lion here. And the person who can face the lion is you. This is you here. You might also have a Leo or even Virgo in your life. But it doesn't have to be. This is you. I feel like you've gone through a huge change. And it's like what I got is like back to the drawing board. Like this happened already. And like you've been practicing something. You've been putting your time and attention and focus into something. It's not just physically. Like, let's say you're learning how to play the flute. Like, it's not literally you practicing that, even though it can be. But it's more than that. It's like this mindset of seeing yourself more valuable than before. And it's not even just like money, even though being in this vibration attracts a lot of that too. So I think February is going to be a good month with money. But it's because you've been connected. You've been connected to the other side in this way that helps you see yourself, speak from this way. With the throat chakra and the crown and third eye chakra we have here, it's like there's a lot that you're seeing, that you're connecting and receiving from, and also giving, you know, also sharing and speaking, you know, even if it is to yourself, just having this way of seeing yourself. Okay. It's like it's back to the drawing board. Starting from scratch is what feels like. And I think it's really important to remember to kind of take your time. Don't rush yourself with anything. I think just like practicing anything, you can't be hard on yourself with not being the ultimate, what you would consider perfect, only you, Scorpio, you would want to really reach perfection. Some of us out here really don't believe in perfection. It's just kind of just feeling, letting things drive us to our ultimate purpose and having that be perfect enough, you know? And I'm not saying that you are like this, what's that word called? Like, where you're, why am I thinking shadow? It's not shadow. Shit, that's gonna bother me. This I think is Scorpio energy. It's like this is like needing to like get, just no control, you know? And it's not, I don't think you are at your most like worst in that area of like having to need to control. I think you are peaceful among the thorns. You understand what you can and cannot control. Okay? You're still learning to understand that. And I think you've been doing such a good job. You have. It's a never-ending cycle though. What you're doing right now is a never-ending cycle. 26, 6 plus 2, 8. Just like the cycle is going, you know, and it's not to be paranoid about this. This is life, you know. It's like when life does also take a sharp turn once again to take you back to this moment with where you feel like you're peaceful with yourself. You can see who you are. Once again, recapping. You can see who you are. You know who you are, Scorpio. Okay? And I think that's what, no matter what, because nothing stays the same. Nothing is perfect. This is what you should remind yourself no matter what. That you have the courage, the fearlessness to face what people don't want to face. And what is that? That is more than just actions, okay? It's not literally just action. It's like standing up for something you believe in. People are scared to do that. Like that's what you are not scared for. You're like, people fear that, sense that fearlessness of like, holy shit, this person knows who they are. They know the power in that they give, like, and it's obvious, just like this aura around you, Scorpio. It's so obvious how much you've changed because of this change that happened recently. Okay? Very intense emotions here, just on your end. What about your noun? We only need 3, Scorpio. We only need 3. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll pull out, just like how I've, I'll pull these 3 out. Okay. We got the 8 of the 9. Yeah, the 9 of Swords. We got Judgment. And we got the 8 of Pentacles. Or 7 of Pentacles, I'm sorry. Okay. Someone someone can't sleep. Someone is staying up with anxiety. Thinking about things that happened and thinking about things that didn't happen and never will happen. But that's because they are on that non-stop thinking roller coaster where you just start building things like that aren't even real. Very intelligent, because at the end of the day, like, this person is just hyper focusing on what they're feeling at the end of the day, and only intelligent people do that. So I'm gonna give this person I'm gonna try to see the good in everything, right? It's like, I feel like this person knows that they're laying on a bed of roses. They know what they have, they know their value, but their mind is their like own worst enemy here. And someone wants a second chance, or Like, because this can go many ways. Like, if you're dealing with someone, yeah, someone clearly wants a second chance here. And they are willing to put in the work. They're willing to be patient, even though it's hard for them to do so. Is what I'm getting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, if this isn't a person, Scorpio, this is... You had to start something from scratch. And it's obvious here with the Tower. Like, you had to start something... Like, you either had to start a new job or, like, I don't know. And it's causing a lot of anxiety. And it's because you're not being patient enough. But it's because you know... You just need to distract yourself, Scorpio. Regardless if this is a person or not, you need to distract yourself now. And instead of focusing what's not here or what can happen, focusing on the present with how you're loving yourself, how you're facing and being honest with yourself, how you're nurturing yourself, how you are caring for yourself. Like, it's not just about seeing how badass you are. It's like, how do you love yourself? Like, how are you speaking to yourself? How, like, treat yourself is what I'm getting. You know, treat yourself here, regardless of what's going on here. I think you need to treat yourself. Let's get some composite energies. We got the Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, for composite energies. You don't trust this, even though you want this, Scorpio. And I think this is bigger than, if this is, let's say this is a person, this is bigger than them. Now when I see peaceful among the thorns, when life gets hard, you have a way, you've practiced this. You have this way of second guessing yourself. Self-sabotage is what I'm getting. Like, major. It's not just like once in a while. Like, you are in that, and you thinking those things, and you think acting on those things is like, that's like you being peaceful among the thorns. And it's like, no. You're learning this, like I said. You're practicing to see a little bit bigger. You are following your willpower, your intuition. That part of you, I'm getting a lot of you have to get out of your ego, masculine energy, and channel even if you're a man, you have to channel your feminine energy. What does that look like for you? Maybe start with how your relationship is with your mom. And like what she would want for you, and how you step in the way in that, and how you step in the way in that, like how and why, and taking your time with it, not being in a rush, understanding that very thing of being self-reflecting and trying to stay peaceful within it all is a practice. But you have the control here. You're the one who's receiving the visions and giving out the visions based off of how you speak about yourself, how you think about yourself, how you love in general. Yeah, because there's a part of you that really does love yourself. And maybe it's because, and how you know you are where you're supposed to be, it's because of the people around you. Maybe you have a person in your life that makes you feel like you, or it doesn't even have to be a person, a thing, person, place, or thing. Another noun besides this one that wants a second chance. Like, maybe you have something in your life that keeps you grounded, that keeps you feeling like, you know what, everything's okay. I'm strong, I'm fearless, I stand for what I believe in, with patience, with grace, with self-love. And you want this so that you can really have a stable sense of home here in the matrix and within. Like, you want that stability because you think you're stable within already, even though I think you you think you might be, Scorpio, but you know that even you are mysterious to yourself. You know, you are ruled by mystery. So it's like, don't believe that you know everything. There's darkness. You know, we all have darkness, and all I'm saying is, like, it never hurts, and it will never stop hurting. It will never stop not hurting. Sorry. To self-reflect, to look at yourself, to understand what you want, what you deserve, what you are willing to put your blood, sweat, and tears in, what you're willing to risk, because you know you can't know everything, and you know you don't necessarily need to know everything. And if you don't know that, let me tell you, you know, we can't ever know. You being a perfectionist, I'm sure you want to feel like you want to know everything. But it's like, it's trusting in the unknown, trusting in the team that you have that has gotten you up until now to this point. And this team can literally be people, places, or things around you, but it's literally yourself, the yin and the yang within you, the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine, the physical, the non-physical. I think you understand that even though it gets confusing at times, change will always be there. And we can't get caught up into the details of change. And I think you and this person should, if this is like the person that's trying to get a second chance here, if that's your situation, like, you both, they also need to understand that change happens, and sometimes we can't overthink it. And maybe they just need to hear that from you, you know, to know that, like, everything's okay, like you're okay, which maybe makes them feel better, you know, because if someone really cares about you, they're going to care about your well-being. And if you come from a place of like, look, I'm not hurting, I'm just trying to handle the waves of change, the waves of emotion, and then with the Two of Pentacles, it's like the waves of emotion of life, because once again, the 8, the infinity, the never ending, having to stay peaceful amongst the thorns. You know, let's get some advice here for you, Scorpio, because this is like, it seems painful. I was about to say that. It seems very painful, but, oh, geez. It's like, I say, oh, geez, because it's like, I should take my own advice, but I have taken my own advice because I've been here. And I think as your sister sign, because I have a lot of Cancer, as your sister sign, I truly believe that we are, as water signs, learning to love ourselves, learning to really value ourselves in ways that we never really thought we could have or should have, but really make such a huge difference. Like, not really basking in the pain of it all, not really basking and feeling like you have to get even with just entertaining it. Like, no, I would never try to go get revenge. But oh man, like, just thinking about how they hurt you can cause like this sense of like having to defend yourself, always be on that like fight or flight mode kind of way, and it's just really hurting you, you know. And I think you are taking the time right now to really, well, this is advice, so if you're not doing this, the universe is saying you need to do this. Like, you need to find your inner light, your inner truth, what you are going to stand for, what you are going to say, you know what, this is me. And having it, defining it just for you, not just for another person, even though I feel like, let's say you do take this other person back, or you have things in your life that help you focus on how you should love yourself. You know, those could be good people, you know, but we shouldn't depend on them. At the end of the day, we are all connected. We are all, love is amazing. Love sharing it with other people is amazing. You know, that's what life is about. We are at our best when we forgive and when we create. And to think that you need to spend some time alone, even alone from those things that make you love yourself, in order to love yourself is what you need to do here, is what the universe is saying. It's like, I know that sounds like it's a lot, it might be too heavy, but practice it. We got practice, for a reason. You gotta practice. It's like a muscle. Like, they say like it takes how many days to build a habit? I think it's like 17 days. But like there's science backed up on it. But truly, I think we're so amazing that we can just journal for a week, I think. For a week. And to change our perspective in ourselves, to change, to destroy old foundations of viewing yourself, of viewing pain in general, viewing people who have pained you, viewing the mystery, the darkness of life, the uncontrollable. I think you're learning to see it all in that way, Scorpio, and which is so suitable because you're Scorpio, apart from being water and being super in tune with emotion, a lot of what we're talking about here, I think you're also ruled by, because you're ruled by war and, death, sex, the two physical manifestations here that translate the most deepest emotions that we know of as humans, which is love and or pain. Just very powerful energy here that you are noticing that you have within yourself. And if you haven't noticed this, Scorpio, February is a great month to practice viewing this way. And how to get in that frequency is when you start meditating or journaling, it's how are you viewing, how are you feeling, and how you'll know that is what you're journaling about. And it's about not judging yourself, learning to just continue to move forward, to have that fearlessness, to just move forward, to own what you have to own it in a way that makes you feel safe and loved. Change is happening and you know it, and you know that you maybe once upon a time you didn't really see the happiness there, but now that you look back, there was happiness there. And I mean that in any aspect of your past. It can be from childhood up until now. Like, you look back and you see how it was a lot happier than you imagined, right? Than you were experiencing in that time. It's kind of like that saying, like, man, I wish I could go back to my childhood years. They were like so carefree or whatever, like those kind of feelings. And I think because you're learning to see your past in that way better than seeing it in like this very judgmental, harsh, can't stop bullying yourself type of way, even though that can be there, I think you've done such a good job in learning to just see overall how it's okay, everything happens for a reason. Like, at the end of the day, you have you. Change will always be there. Change is uncomfortable, but it will always be there. And having faith, practicing in that, not only for the people around you, the people who really benefit from your energy, and that can literally be another person, a person that you are dating. It can be family, those that love you. It can be friends. It can be at work. It can be like literally how you love yourself affects those around you. And I think you're learning to love yourself now in such a deeper way that's going to require some isolation. I'm getting that you need some isolation time. And whoever understands you will understand that. Whoever doesn't, but you need to not get so caught up in how confusing change can be, because you don't want to hurt anyone with being with having to take time alone. Like, you don't want to do that with other people, so how is that helping other people, right? But it's like there's a bigger change going on here that is bigger than the physical here, and we must remember that with with the changes that come. You're not the same person you were even a year ago, Scorpio. Like, we're continuously changing, and you know that with being ruled by death and rebirth, you know. I think people around you who really love you should understand that, and could understand that if you take the time to really figure out how to translate that from taking time alone and practicing this new way of speaking and expressing yourself. But I hope this helps, Scorpio. I am super excited for you guys. I think February is such a great month for self-love for you guys. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. I will talk to you guys again next month.